Oh, landmines and jellyfish. Welcome back to Knives, I guess. And one time I saw a train. So I have been to three different Walmarts. They're probably about, I don't know, 40 miles apart, something like that at this point. And I was looking for the Swiss Tech knives. And the one right next to my house, their computer said they had five of them, and they have nothing but display models, so essentially zero. But their manager won't zero the count out so they can get more in. And it's weird because they have different SKUs, but they're counted together as one SKU. It's the weirdest thing. But I went to another one. I was out at a friend's house, doing some stuff for them, and we dropped by the Walmart next to their house, and there was a box for a Swiss Tech. However, it had been shoplifted, so more disappointment. But I drove to the one across the street from work today, and I picked up the Swiss Tech Würdig. And I will say one thing right out of the gate. Normally, I don't care about the box they come in. Kind of like people, the packaging is less important than the contents by a lot. However, if you saw my unboxing video, I will say right now, this was a very pleasant unboxing. They got some nice strong magnets holding the front flap shut. It was just a piece of plastic that you could lift out that was keeping everything in place. And of course, you got this tray in here that fits the knife really well. You got an egg bag in here. You got a little tiny piece of lanyard right there. And you got, the Swiss Tech brand story. That's kind of irrelevant. But this was a very nice unboxing experience. Like, I haven't had a box this nice on anything, I don't think. So I thought I'd mention that because it's kind of a rarity for me to really care about the box something comes in. But one of the things that sold me on this, there are two of them, of course. One of them is a black one. It's a bit more sleek. It's a bit more modern. I thought about getting that one. I did. I forgot that this had a flipper tab, and that was going to be the deal breaker. But I got this one because of the colors on it. This olive drab green canvas micarta really gives me the vibe of stuff from around the 1950s, especially with the red right here. Like, this looks like stuff from the 1950s to me, personally. So much stuff came in that color, so many tools came in that color, and I really like the vibe. And, of course, I wanted something with a thumb plate because I don't have many of those, and none of them are on, quote-unquote good knives. But let's flick the bean here. So I like this blade shape quite a bit. I'm not sure what you'd call it, maybe a modified spay blade. And it's this ground up really high on some reasonably thin blade stock. So let's take my first cut with it. I haven't cut anything with this yet, but it's a nice cut. That tear on the end was my fault. Yeah, that is a really nice cut. The factory edge on this thing is great. And I like the way the canvas micarta feels. It's definitely a nice texture. And I was thinking on the way home before I took it out of the box that as this thing gets dirty, it's going to look better and better. That being said, I think this might be a little bit too, I guess, epoxied together is the best way to put it, to really pick up a lot of dirt and let it sink in deep. So that'll be interesting to see how it does. And of course, I've got so many things to rotate through. It's going to see a little bit of carry time, not too much at any one time. Pocket clip is tip up, which is the Lord's carry. It's not the deepest carry in the world, but it's certainly deep enough. I do like the little lanyard mounting point right here. I kind of want to call it a lanyard hole, but it's not quite that. I don't know what you would call it. And the red and the shiny on that really contrast with this green so well. And, it's an AUS 8 blade, which for me is plenty fine. Again, I don't do hard use because I'm not in a hard use environment, but this is going to get me where I want to go with no problems. I am looking forward to taking it out and carrying it for a few days. However, putting some serious time on it's going to have to wait till Temugeddon's over. Which, by the way, stay tuned. I'm going to do the video on this week's knife tomorrow since I'm off work and I got time to do Cardboard Slayer with it. And we're going to get that knocked out. But this is a Swiss Tech Würdig. I can't think of too much else to say about it outside of I really, really do like this thing. Let's flick the plate. Ooh, bad flick. Good Lord, I gotta learn how to flick off of this thumb plate. That's not the first time I've fumbled that and messing with it, but I'm not good with this particular thumb plate. Yeah, my thumb doesn't want to catch it, so I'm gonna have to practice that a little bit and annoy the wife fidgeting with it. But I do love the way this thing looks so much, and I don't know whether or not I would have preferred a satin finish on the blade, but this it's a kind of a dark gunmetal gray finish on it. Does look really, really good with everything else. I cannot argue with that. So, all that being said, thanks for looking at my crap. Subscribers, thank you. You guys keep coming in, and I'm so grateful. Comments, I love some feedback. Let me have it. And all that being said, y'all have a nice day.